In this video, I will be demonstrating how to set the ring snap using the ring snap hand tool. Now I have here before me the ring snap, which consists of 4 different parts: the cap, the socket, the stud, and the post. Now the cap and the socket are the top parts to the snap. This is the female parts. The stud and the post are the bottom parts to the snap. That's the male part. Now, just like there being 4 parts to the snap, there are 4 corresponding parts to the hand tool. There are 2 bottom anvils and 2 rods. The rods are which you hit. Like any other snap, you would first have to make your holes. Now we have 2 different sizes for these ring snaps. We have the 17 millimeter and the 20 millimeter. I am working with the 20 millimeter. So I'm going to make a 6 millimeter hole. We have sold separately hand hole punches. So I have the 6 millimeter right here, and I'm just going to make my hole first. When working with hand tools, always a good idea to work on top of a poly board. This will give you a nice hard flat surface to work on. So I'm just taking my 6 millimeter punch. Like I said, we have these sold separately, and taking my rubber mallet, there you have a nice clean hole, and I'm just going to do the same on the other side. Okay, now that you've made your holes, I'm going to first start with setting the cap and the socket, the top part to the snap. Now, this snap is different to set than a normal, spring snap, press snap. So everything will come with instructions thoroughly labeled, and you will have this video to reference. So I'm going to first my cap and my socket, which is the top part, and I would just get the cap and the socket parts to the snap. Now, these parts, there is, and this rod there, it does come out a little bit, you can see there, and this bottom part is to that the socket would fit into. So what you would do is your socket has a little flange, just similar to a grommet, your socket has, and you would put that through your holes. Now the holes should be tight, so just kind of work them into the hole that you just made. And then just kind of get, okay, and then as you can see, the socket goes right into the bottom anvil. It'll fit in there nicely. You take your cap, which has the finished, your finished side to the cap should be face up, and you place that right on top. Now taking this little indent in the rod goes right on top, and always make sure that your hand tool is straight up and down. Hold firmly. And when using hand tools, you always want to hit it a few times, check it, see. If it's too loose, you can always hit it again. However, if you hit it too hard right from the beginning, you're going to dent your hardware and then you've lost that piece. So it's always best to start off hitting only a few times. Now this worked great the first time. It's tight enough so we won't need to do that anymore. Now you want to go to the bottom part of your snap, which is the stud and the post. So what you would do is kind of figure out, which way you want the snap to go. Now the post goes through the hole that you just made, and then it sits nicely on the bottom anvil. Okay, the stud goes right on top of the post. You would take your top rod, which has an indent. It's basically to encompass the stud. So that goes right on top of the stud. The stud is now in there. It's nice protected. And you would hit this rod. Okay. Now test. See, I feel like it could be a little bit tighter. So I'm going to go back in, take my hand tool, hit it over again. Check it again, and now it's nice and tight. And you have your perfectly set ring snap. This is a beautiful decorative snap. Really, really looks very, very nice. Now, we have the hand tools to set the snap. Another alternative, if you have the Minkus Margot hand press machine, we also have a die and a die to set the ring snap, and also a cutting tool die to make the holes. You can find the ring snaps, hand tool, the press. We have a variety of different products. You can find them at minkusmargot.com. Thank you for watching.